Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of History Hobo Plays TimeGuessr. We had a pretty challenging round yesterday. One place, the cable car round, was really difficult to place. I was lucky and picked America off some jeans. Everyone was wearing jeans in that image, but it seems everyone struggled with that round. Hopefully we don't get any difficult ones like that today. Let's see how we do. Let's get into the game. Okay, here we go. Okay, Polizzi. Is this Italian or is it? Let's see, on the number plate, can we see Polizia? It is a Lamborghini. Yes, a Lamborghini. Polizia Stradale. Let's see more language if we've got any more. Gioverdi. We have a date here. So that places in 2013. I think it might. I don't know why you would have this date if you didn't. We'll have a look around though, because sometimes I jump to conclusions with those things and it ends up biting me. Here we have an old iPhone that probably would work for 2013. So people getting towed. Are they going to tow this Lamborghini? I don't think they will, but let's see. The buildings do look right for Italy. Can't really make out what these, obviously it's Polizia. Don't really see any location clues here. Looks like one of those just old Italian cities, classic balconies. Don't know if this red flag means anything. They've also got a red flag here. I'm not sure if it's like a state flag or a provincial flag maybe. Strange that it doesn't have the Italian double blue lines on the number plate, but maybe the police have exceptions to that. Really not seeing any clues to the location here. Anyone wearing any football shirts or anything like that? Not that I'll really recognize them. This guy's got an I love something on here. Maybe a T? I don't know. Tuscany maybe? I don't really know. Doesn't strike me. I can't really read it. Strange for the police to have a Lamborghini. Maybe this guy is a police chief or something like that. Don't know. It's common in Dubai, but not really in Italy where I assume this is. I'm not sure where I'm going to go on this one. I think we'll just go somewhere in Italy. It's not really sure. It doesn't look like Rome. Thinking maybe northern. It could be Naples possibly, but I'm thinking like Bologna, Milan maybe. Possibly even Florence. We'll hedge up here, I think maybe. We'll go Milan. Just because that might say Tuscany. I think Milan's in the Tuscany area or close to it. I'm not entirely sure. We'll go for that. See how we get on. I don't think there's any other clues that I'm going to get. We weren't too far away. What city were we in? So a Lamborghini Gallardo being used by the Italian National Highway Patrol for urgent medical transport of organs and plasma. Well, I didn't realise that. We were over near Venice. What city is this? Not sure what city it is. Sometimes the location marker covers it up. I'm not sure whether this is just the part of Venice or what. It doesn't actually say. Never mind. Someone, if they know, can let me know. Next round. Okay. This flag I've seen before. Is that the Mongolian flag? Think it might be. This symbol looks very familiar. The people definitely look like they could be Mongolian. It's either Mongolia or Kazakh flag, but I think Kazakh flag is kind of this color. The whole flag. So I think it might be Mongolia. Have we got any clues here? This could be Mongolian, right? And obviously they do use Cyrillic there. I wish I could see a date here. I really can't. It's going to be very difficult to date. Obviously it's quite a poor country. I would assume we're going to be in Ulaanbaatar. It's probably the most logical place to go. The capital, obviously. Is there a city hall? Yeah, maybe outside the city hall or in this square would be a good location. The year, it's going to be difficult to date on fashion here. Can't see anyone holding phones, but that's not that surprising really. It kind of looks 80s to me, just based off these caps. Got a Suzuki cap here. Could be older though. It could be newer as well. It's really difficult to place these because the fashions haven't really changed. They don't have much Western influence on their fashion out there. These big glasses though do make me think 80s. That's the one thing that I'm thinking. Big glasses tends to be 80s. I think this is going to be really difficult to place. I think we might go late 80s here, although it could be into the 70s. Might stick at 86. Just seeing if there's any more modern brands on anyone's shirts or anything like that, but it's very unlikely to see that kind of thing. This guy's mustache makes me think 70s, but that's really not a clue. Anything that I recognize that what would be going on here? I don't know. And I cannot read the date. I'm not particularly sure about any really events that have happened in Mongolia, to be honest. I think we'll stick with 86. It could be early 90s. It was early 90s, but we weren't terribly far off. And the location was pretty decent. So thousands of Mongolians gathered in Sukbator Square to show their support for independence from the Soviet Union. That makes sense. Yeah, so they wanted to be an independent nation. Shame about the year. So yeah, it's difficult to place that kind of fashion really, but it doesn't surprise me that it's 90s. Okay, next one. Japan's SVS. It's not Japan, that's for sure. We have Grolsch lager, which I believe is a Czech lager. I'm not 100% sure though. It might not be. This flag is strange with an X in it. We've got the triple X. Oh, is this Amsterdam then? Oh, Grolsch might be Dutch. I think that might be correct. I think this may be the red light district in Amsterdam then. If we've got the X's here. Would make sense. I wish it was colour because then we could probably see some orange in the crowd. I'm trying to see what this is in the background. I'm not really sure. Looks like a building about to fall over, or maybe it's just a large crane or something like that. But the X's would make sense for the red light district. I think that's Amstel beer, which is, I know that for sure is a Dutch lager. So we've got Morita, yeah, Japan, so I assume some sort of Japanese restaurant. So we can go into Amsterdam and find this, the rough area. I'm not 100% sure where the red light district is. I think it's over this side somewhere. I don't know if it's, well, there's the erotic museum, so I assume it's near there. It doesn't look like we're on a canal, so it looks like we're going between one or the others, so maybe somewhere like here. Yeah, Museum of Prostitution of the Red Light District, so I assume we're somewhere along this area. Maybe this road works, I don't know. Or could we be over here, possibly? I'm just looking for that Japanese restaurant, because that could still be there. It just doesn't look that old, that picture. Well, we're not going to be a million miles away. Regardless, it's probably not worth actually looking for it, because it might not even be labelled on the map. I'm just going to scan quickly. No. Try to think what that would be in the background. I think that's more likely to be this street. Maybe there's a crane near the bridge or something like that. Okay, let's look at the year. It does look fairly modern. Although we do have a point and shoot camera back here. Do I see any phones among the crowd? Not really. Not seeing any. Not sure then. So if there's no phones and there is a point and shoot camera, then it suggests mid 2000, early 2000s possibly. Are there any other dates I'm missing? Can't really see any. Let's have a look around. Doesn't look like there's going to be any on the building. So Heineken, definitely a Dutch lager. I've been to the Heineken brewery where it's quite a fun tour. I think I'm going to go around 2007 here. Just looking at the clothes, looks fairly modern. I don't see any fashions that make it seem older than that. It could be, but it's very difficult. It could be more modern, just not seeing any phones because we're quite at head height here. It's just this one point and shoot really that's making me think it might be a bit older, but it does look like a digital point and shoot. So I'm going to go there, 2007. It was 2011 and it was further. Oh, it's up here. Didn't realize that. But I think maybe this whole area is the red light district. Not terrible score. Could have done better, I think, there. 2011. I would have expected to see one phone maybe in that time, but never mind. Okay, we have a football stadium. Don't know who this lady is. I assume she's some kind of famous actress or singer, maybe. This definitely looks like it's the UK to me. Looks like from my granddad's era. Can't make out what stadium it is though, unfortunately. That's going to be incredibly difficult to place. It's an older stadium, but most of the stadiums from this era would have been rebuilt. I would think we're in the 50s, 60s maybe. I think we're probably going to just have to go one of the London teams. Really difficult to say. This guy's holding up an apple by the looks of it. Unless you know who this woman is and unless she's linked to a specific place, it's going to be very difficult. I don't think I even know. I don't know who she is. Definitely Britain though. Got an English policeman there. I can't believe there's no text at all to give us a clue on stadium here or team. I think I'm gonna go early 60s, late 50s. I might go like 59. It's not one of the big stadiums. It's not Wembley. Wembley would be far bigger than this back then. But I don't know which team it could be. Do I go a London team? Do I go Manchester? Trying to look at these guys and see whether they look more northern. It's very difficult to tell, to be honest. I might say they look a little bit more southern, possibly, this guy. But really difficult to say. I think we might actually go drop it 57 here. We'll go. I'm not even going to bother looking for a stadium because it's just no point. We'll go in London. We'll go North London just in case we cover up here. It could be any city in the UK, really. Let's go for it. 2 years off, and we were in London. It's Tottenham Hotspurs versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. That was a good guess to go in London, just because the number of teams in London. I actually moved it off 59. That's an idiot move from me. So, actress Jane Mansfield. I was thinking to say, was it Jane Mansfield? I have no idea what she looks like. I just know the name. Attending a Tottenham Hotspurs versus Wolverhampton Wanderers game, which ended in a 1-1 draw. Typical. Oh, she's an American. Okay, last round. We're doing pretty well here. Wow, this is Tokyo, I would say. 100% is Tokyo, and I think it's probably Shibuya. See if I recognize the buildings. It's giving me a bit of a headache looking at this image. Let's zoom in a bit so it's less disorientating. Duty free. I'm looking for the Sega building if I can see it, because that would definitely make me put us in Shibuya. Oh, it's Akihabara, maybe. Maybe it is Akihabara. Maybe the Sega building is in Akihabara, I think. all the technology and things like that, and the kind of anime stuff, and the electronics stores. I believe we're in that area. This is really giving me a headache looking at this image. I'm sure it's probably similar for you. I don't know on time, but I believe we are probably in Akihabara, if that's how you pronounce it. I'm just going to leave it zoomed in here because, yeah, we've got the anime here. I'm just going to leave it zoomed in on an image like this so it's less disorientating for me and doesn't give me vertigo. Let's see. So now I've got to find Akihabara. It's in central Tokyo. Let's see. Hopefully it pops out not too far away. It's not Shinjuku. It's Shibuya. No, it might take me a while. Give me a second. I'll probably skip this bit while I search around Tokyo. It's such a massive city. The biggest city, in fact. Oh, there's Akihabara. So I think we're in this area. This is the station. I don't know where we'd be in relation to the station. Let's have a look at the satellite view. We can't see the station in the image, so I think maybe this street here. Can we see a train track in the image? Is that a train track? It looks like it. So we're probably quite close to it. Let's go back over here so I don't feel sick. So that could be this. So we could be around this side. It could be either side of the station, really. Now the year looks pretty modern, but it's hard to tell. These bikes do look older, but I'm not sure what kind of bikes they use in Japan that much. It's pretty bustling. Oh, wow. It's just... What brands do we have? Do we have any brands that we can look at? Or any gamers? I don't know enough anime to know when these characters were from. I know like Dragon Ball Z from my youth and stuff like that, but not much beyond that. Is this woman on a phone? Can't tell. Got a disembodied head here floating in the middle of the image. Doesn't look too old, although it might not be present day, I don't think. This is really disorientating looking at this image. This guy looks like he's on a phone. Can't really tell. I think brands will probably be more likely. If I see like Sony Ericsson, it'll help me date it pre-smartphone. This is the most straightforward without making me feel dizzy. We have duty free. Any brands up here? No, it's all a duty free shop by the looks of it. I think we're going to be... I don't see any smartphones. It's very difficult to tell though. The fashion also looks a little older, these kind of plaid shirts. We've got Casio here. Obviously, I know this area does sell old technology as well. It's not new stuff all the time, so the signs might not really be super helpful. I can't remember. They got rid of the Sega building. I think the Sega building was in this area. Ah, so here is the Sega building. I think they replaced, because it had an iconic sign on it. I think it might be on the other side of the building. But I think they replaced that recently. So that will date us back a little bit. Pachinko parlor over here. God, I'm upside down now. It's really not helping me. Sharp's an older brand, but they still make air conditioning units. That doesn't really help. I'd just like to see some image of some kind of product they're selling to kind of help me date it a little bit. Don't know who that is. Tax-free. A lot of duty-free shops around this area. If I can see in this shop, what are they selling? That looks old, whatever it is. These computers here look old. They don't look super modern. Not modern day anyway. I assume that's a monitor for sale. That would make me think early 2000s as well. I think we're going to go early 2000s on this. Let's go 2003. Don't think I'm going to be able to get anything other than that. We'll zoom right out. Okay, let's go for it. It was 2007. Perfect location though. So a fisheye photograph of the Akihabara neighborhood in Tokyo. So I got the location. Well, only 4 years off. It was difficult to date that. It was just hurt your eyes looking around for clues. If it had just been a regular straight image, then I wouldn't have been too bad. But okay, final score should be pretty decent. Yep, 46,851. Let's put that in. Hopefully that brings my average up a touch. We're getting closer to the 45,000. Ooh, almost got there. Okay, and let's look at the breakdown. So it was really the Italy round we lost some points on the location, but we weren't terribly far off. First round, yeah, Italy on the correct year because they had a date. That helped. Second round, Mongolia. That was pretty good. The year was a little off, but the location was excellent. Third round. Yes, the third round in Amsterdam, we were a little bit off. I wonder if that Japanese restaurant is still there. I don't know. It might be. There's a ramen restaurant, so yeah, it possibly is there. I don't think I'd have found that. It makes sense with that weird thing at the end of the street being there, though. When we were 4 years off on that. The fourth round in London, we were very lucky to get near there. North London as well. I just guessed North London and it was Tottenham, so that was extremely lucky. Only 2 years off on that one. I actually moved that off the correct day. And the last one, perfect location, 4 years off. So pretty good score, pretty good round overall. Hopefully we can improve on that tomorrow and maybe bring our average up to 45,000 for the month. That'd be excellent. I'll see you then. Bye.